I think PM Narendra Modi is actually becoming a man of his word. He's actually becoming the Thalaivi out there because he has made his message very, very clear that if you are going to persecute Hindus in any part of your country, I am not going to do alliance with you. Yes, I am not talking about none other than Bangladesh. We all know that Bangladesh have had their own election finally after so long. I really thought that Muhammad Yunus is going to become the dictator, next dictator of Bangladesh, and there would be no elections, and they would still be relying in that deep state situation. But they have had election, but nowhere a democracy was prevailed in that election. First pointer, do you know what happened in that election? Awami League was banned. I mean, a party. It's like in India, you're banning Congress party from contesting in the election, and only BJP will contest in the election. Then BJP will only win in that similar manner. BNP was electing and they won around more than 200 seats, right? And the second party which won was Jamaate. So both these parties have had an influence and they won because Amami League was not even, allowed to participate in the election. Although Sheikh Hasina is sitting here in India, but still, contestants out there and other party members who are still living in Bangladesh could have contested from the constituency, but they have completely exited them from the entire thing. So basically, now this man who is the new Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Tariq Rahman, is a son of Khalida Zia. There was one time where there was There was this one time when Khalida Zia and Sheikh Hasina was the biggest rivals, and also they were used to call two Begums of Bangladesh. And not just that, Khalida Zia as party BNP has tried so much and so much to get into the power, and after 15 years they are into the power, and everything has been changed since then. Now, the thing which came after this is that after Tariq Rahman took up the prime minister thing and all of that, now comes the oath ceremony. For that oath ceremony, he invited PM Narendra Modi, but PM Narendra Modi did not, have taken up the entire invitation which came from Bangladesh. There are several reasons, but I'll tell you what. It is not because of the animosity that Bangladesh is growing, because PM Narendra Modi was among the first few prime ministers from the world who called Tariq Rahman and congratulated him for the success and for whatever he has got out there in Bangladesh. But out here, PM Narendra Modi made his stand very, very clear that if you're going to persecute minority Hindus out there in your country, I'm not going to do any such alliances out there. And PM Narendra Modi followed the entire systematic region. He did not simply called and said, Tariq Rahman, I'm not coming or something like that. He went to the Speaker of Lok Sabha, Om Birla, communicated that to Bangladesh embassies and all of that, and then the message was clear out there. Now, I would like to tell you that why is India, taking a back foot when it comes to Tariq Rahman? Yes, one A, we are taking the reason that how Hindus were treated out there, how Deepu Chandra Das was demoralized, how Deepu Chandra Das was murdered like anything from the mob and all of that. Nobody can forget that. And since that point of time, Indians have had the grudge, and we cannot take the responsibility of entire Bangladeshi Hindus on our pace, because India is a populous country and we cannot keep responsibility of every other Hindus who are citizens of other countries and all that. We cannot do that. That's not physically possible for us, because we need to take care of the people those are living in our country as well. We don't have that much of capacity right now to do it, but we can surely put up international pressure, and that is how India is doing to Bangladesh. Second reason, so basically Tariq Rahman has come into the power, and BMP has have had good relationship with Pakistan even when they were in power, during this whole earlier time, because Islamic kind of a regime works. They are going to have connection with Pakistan, then they are surely going to have connection with whom? China. And since Muhammad Yunus is now finally removed from every single position, he's still going to have the political power out there. And still, America's whole influence of deep state will also be there on Bangladesh. Because do you understand this entire thing? Khalida Zia's party NP tried so much to come into the power, but still Awami League and Sheikh Hasina was so powerful enough that they were, trying their level hard. And within the span of 10 to 15 years, even after that, they were not being able to come out of it. But now, when deep state situation happened, now BNP became the whole leader and all of that. If this situation would have not taken place, BNP would have not even got into opposition in a majority or something like that also. So I don't think, in a glance, at a glance, that BNP and Tariq Rahman are going to cut up ties with America. So basically, India right now is taking a back step and seeing how Tariq Rahman is maintaining relationship with all these countries, because all of these countries, and specifically Pakistan and China, have had not a very glorious relationship with India right now. So India has to see the whole relation and then work upon it, and then know how Bangladesh is inclining towards things. Third pointer, which is very much important, that is that we still have Sheikh Hasina and we still have the inclination towards Awami League and some loyalty towards Sheikh Hasina. I'll tell you why. Because Bangladesh during the time of BNP was always giving shelters to terrorists who used to fly from Pakistan or POK to India. Then used to, when in India there were restrictions or something like that, they used to go to Bangladesh and all of that. So they were given there. But after the Sheikh Hasina came into the whole power, terrorist activities got really low. Bangladesh started, kicking out almost most of the Islamic conservatives out there and Islamist terrorists out there. Not just that, but Sheikh Hasina allowed Indian raw agencies, Indian intelligence to come in Bangladesh and execute the whole operation, and they actually helped India in countering the terrorism which Pakistan was, infusing in both of the countries. Bangladesh have had a very, glorified and a very, I would say, an upgraded version of whatever they were trying to do and whatsoever in the entire countering of the terrorism and relationship, and not really following the Islamic regime and all of that. They have never been really those kind of conservatives. They have always worked on the part that they could upgrade more and more. Yeah, that is true that still क्या कहते हैं, minority were attacked during the time of Sheikh Hasina also, but not at a number how they are being attacked right now. Right now, minorities in Bangladesh are almost at a very choking position. I mean, they cannot do anything. They're living in fear. Women are being raped out there. Men are being killed. People half of the way because of the fear what mob is going to do of them. They are, taking their own lives and all of that. So because of all of these things, people are actually having a very bad time out there. And India taking stand for such thing makes complete sense. But there's also a twist in the story. I'll tell you what. So basically, the Gen Z party out there, National Citizen Party, who actually started the whole protest, who helped America to put up Bangladesh in a very deep state situation, that entire party just won around less than 10 seats actually right now. So that is something which is a question mark out here. That is how the Gen Z community out there in Bangladesh have been used by America. And still, when the time came when should reward them or should give them that kind of accomplishment, or give them some kind of status or something like that, they have been given no status, no seat, and nothing. The fight was always between BNP and Awami League, and when Awami League is out of the way, BNP came into the whole consideration. And those people and those students who started the whole protest, did it to this extent and all of that, are not even asked by Bangladeshi citizens also. So that is the best example, that if you are going for something which is not right for the country, and if you are going for something because international powers are coming up to you and saying you to do it, and you're not thinking about the welfare of the country, and if the Gen Z's protests are nowhere getting nationalist approach, then it is going to be a devastation and nothing more. And that is what Bangladesh is facing right now. Let's just see how Bangladesh delve into this entire thing, how Bangladesh new government is, taking this entire thing, acting upon it. It is a question which is coming out of everywhere. Everybody is thinking about this entire thing. Let's just see what happens after this entire scenario. That's all for today. If you like such geopolitical scoop whoop, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe Global Shark. Thank you so much for watching our channel. This was Shiv Chitranshi signing off. I think PM Narendra Modi is actually becoming a man of his word. He's actually becoming the Thalaivi out there, because he has made his message very, very clear that if you are going to persecute Hindus in any part of your country, I am not going to do alliance with you. Yes, I am not talking about none other than Bangladesh.